The old Deus too out here. We're going to just look at a few things here. Got a big old nail here. That's a pretty good sized nail right there. Now just remember, you know, when nails are in the ground and rusty, you know, they can make a detector get more excited on them. But anyway, we're going to look at this big nail here. It's got a little rust on it. This is the park program, okay? No silencer. Disc is at 7. Reactivity is 2. Okay. So that right there knocks that nail out pretty good, okay? That's disc 7. I'm going to lower the disc. Okay, that's disc 6. Okay. And we're going to go to disc 5.5. At 5.5, you start getting some high tone on that nickel, but it's spotty, okay? Now, let's see what this thing does on this old sickle blade here. It likes that, don't it? Okay. Now, that's 0 silencer. Let me get this coil away from this. Let's go down here. What happens if we turn on bottle cap reject set? I'm going to max it out on 5. Didn't help nothing, did it? Okay, we're going to leave this bottle cap reject on 5. We got a stainless steel clamp here. Now, bottle cap's on 5. Let's see what this sounds like. Sounds a little dodgy, don't it? We're going to take the bottle cap back to 0 and listen to it. We don't really hear any difference in it. Okay, now that's stainless steel. Let's go in here and look at the display. Profile, that's what I'm after. Change it to XY screen. Let's see what this thing looks like. Maybe you can see that in this screen here. I've took this protective covering off this. Now this is a stainless steel clamp. Alright. You see that? I'm gonna turn it up on its side here. Let's see what it does. If I can get it to stand up, it would be hard to do. There we go. Let's see what it looks like. So that's a poor signal there, okay? That's a no-dig signal in that meter on that stainless steel clamp. Now let's put that sickle mower blade back up here right fast. So let's see what this thing says on it. You see that in that camera there? That's a no-dig signal too. Okay. Now, we've got this little ring here. That's an iron round ring you see there in that camera. You see that picture in that screen there? Even though that tone sounds pretty good, look at that picture in that screen there. That's a no-dig signal. Okay. We're going to try this old fence steeple here, because detectors have a tendency to give high tone on them horseshoe kind of things there. That sounds pretty good there. I like that. Okay. Now, here's a small piece of tin. I need to get a bigger piece and check something, but not getting any action on there, just a little clip. So I don't get anything on that right there telling me not to dig. You know, it's not a hard fail. Okay. Now we got them 3 rings there connected there. I found them, I don't know what I found them with, but let's see what we get. Now that's a no dig on that meter right there. Now I'm not telling you to always go by what the XY screen is telling you. I'm just showing you what this detector does over these items sitting up in the air, okay? Now here's a concrete nail. A concrete nail usually will sound off better versus a regular nail. Okay. You'll hear that high tone trying to come in on that nail. Again, the signature in that screen there is telling me that I wouldn't dig that, okay? If I got a little tone on it right there. Hear that? Okay. Let me turn this camera off. We'll look at a few other things. Still in Park 1 here with this old XY screen open. Now, these other modes programs on this machine, the ID, on some of this stuff I'm going to show you may read slightly different, okay? It's cold out here where I'm at right now. It's 32 degrees. But anyway, I want to show some of this stuff here. You got this big old piece of iron here with a hole in the middle. I've got this XY screen open. Okay, now it gives them like a 63 for ID. But that's not a signature on that screen a person would typically dig, okay? Even though that thing sounds pretty good in this detector. Okay? We'll see what this big stainless steel knife does on this thing. It tries to tie this XY screen up on this machine. See, it's just a little ball right in the middle of the screen. Okay. Okay. Here's a button I found, and I don't know what period this thing is. This is back in at least Civil War time. You see that line in the screen there? That's a 72 in that meter there, okay? Here's part of a 3-ringer. Now it's damaged, okay? It's reading 82. Okay, here's a knapsack hook. About 75, 77, depending on how you sweep it. Here's part of a harmonica reed. We'll see what it reads. It reads pretty good. 82, 83. Okay. Here's a 12 gauge shotgun back, rusted, sort of like deteriorated. 59, 60. Now this XY screen has adjustment, okay? It's got a scale adjustment in it. I hadn't even really fooled with it, okay? And the last thing we're going to look at in this video is this old rusty pocket knife here. Now, you see that signature in that screen, how it's giving that circle. See how those lines are going all over? Sounds pretty good tonally, but again, so the XY screen can help you on some items, okay? That thing's giving a 72 ID on this detector. I hope you enjoyed.